Good evening, everyone. Today, the topic of discussion in the chapter Breathing and Transport of Gases is the gas transport. In previous lectures, we discussed about the obtaining of the gases, where we are obtaining gases inside. Then, after obtaining gases inside, the next step that we discussed was exchange of gases. That how alveoli blood can be medium of exchange of gases. Now we are talking about the third step where gas is now in the blood and it has to reach to tissue. So during the transport of gases, how it is going to reach from lungs to tissue or tissue to lungs, via which means? Is it getting transported in a dissolved condition or is it getting transported in which means? That we are going to discuss. So we will talk about transport of gases in context that transport of gases will be classified into two types. One is transport of oxygen, another is transport of CO2. So transport of oxygen is always from the direction of lung to tissue, and transport of CO2 is always from tissue to lung. So oxygen, although very sparingly soluble in water, it can be dissolved into as a blood plasma as a solution. Second mode of conduction is via oxyhemoglobin. So hemoglobin is forming a compound with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Each hemoglobin molecule has 4 polypeptide chains. So each of them can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. That means 8 atoms of oxygen. Now carbon dioxide transport is far more elaborate. It can be converted into carbonic acid and dissolved in blood very good way, because acids are quite soluble in blood. It can form carboaminohemoglobin, that means in association with hemoglobin. Apart from that, it can be converted into organic form, that is bicarbonate, HCO3. So whatever salts are present in the blood, it can form bicarbonate with them, and that bicarbonate can be transported. So let us have a look into each of these procedures. When I am talking about transport of oxygen, it can be transported as 3% in the form of plasma dissolved condition. So you can see it is how less. Only 3% can be transported as a dissolved gas. Rest 97% is transported by binding with the hemoglobin. Okay. So how it is binding with the hemoglobin? Basically, I told you hemoglobin has one hemoglobin molecule actually has 4 polypeptide chains, 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. At the center of these polypeptide chains, it has a heme group. Okay, so this is the part you can see here. It is the globular protein globin, and at the center it has a heme group. Heme group is centered by the ion Fe2+. So what happens is, when oxygen molecules from lung bind with the hemoglobin, it forms oxyhemoglobin, and as soon as it reaches to tissue, their partial pressure of oxygen is very low. So the binding of oxygen and hemoglobin is broken and the oxygen is released into the tissue. Okay. So basically, this binding is a kind of redox reaction where iron get converted into ferric and ferrous, and the transportation takes place. So 4 heme units are there and 4 oxygen molecules. So the transportation equation is written as if Hb4 plus 4O2 is producing Hb4O8, and this is the condition at which hemoglobin is transported. This Hb4O8 is known as oxyhemoglobin. Okay, so it actually depends on the H plus ion concentration, PO2 concentration, PCO2 concentration, and temperature. So binding of hemoglobin and oxygen will depend on all these 4 factors. Okay. As in alveoli, there is high PO2 and low PCO2. The hydrogen ion concentration is less and temperature is low. This will favor the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So you have to always remember that acidic pH is favorable for formation of oxyhemoglobin. H plus ion concentration is inversely proportional to the formation of oxyhemoglobin. H plus ion concentration बढ़ेगा तो there will be problematicness. And same is in case of temperature, it is opposite. If there is low temperature, it will favor binding, and if there is high temperature, it will dissociate. So in tissue, it is exactly opposite. pH is low. High H plus ion concentration means pH is low. High PO2 less, high PCO2 and less PO2. And temperature is also high. So oxyhemoglobin readily dissociate and release O2. Okay. So this is a sigmoid curve, which is actually responsible for showing the saturation of Hb with O2. So can you explain why this curve is first increasing, and then there is a straight line? Why this curve is S shape or sigmoid? Anyone, any idea? Hemoglobin molecule has ability to accommodate with 4 O2. The binding of first O2 will facilitate the binding of second. The previous 2 O2 will facilitate the binding of third one, then fourth one. This is called cooperativity, where one reaction is facilitating other. Okay, other similar kind of reaction. But once 4 of the hemoglobin is occupied, will there be further increase? तो graph तो ऐसा ही होगा ना बेटा. Now the nature of the graph will change, like how, what is the slope of the graph, that will change with the change in pH. Maybe in some cases this graph may not be that steep, it can be like this, or it may be steeper than this, it can be like this, but the nature will be same because it is showing minimum to maximum binding. So with this graph where we put partial pressure of oxygen in the x-axis and saturation of hemoglobin with oxygen in the y-axis, by altering different temperature and pressure, we can plot the graph to see the effect of temperature and this one, what I can say, hydrogen ion concentration on the oxygen dissociation. And so let's take 2 minutes and look into the graph and let me know if you have any doubts. After discussion about transport of oxygen, we will talk about transport of CO2. So in case of CO2, let me tell you, binding of CO2 as compared with oxygen is more tighter. Okay. So in tissue, PCO2 is high and PO2 is low. So as I said that it occurred in three ways. Let us know about the three ways. First is as carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide from tissue will react with the water present in the plasma to form H2CO3. H2CO3 is known as carbonic acid. 7% of the total O2 transported in our body is transported via this means as carbonic acid. Okay. Now, 20 to 25% of CO2 bind with hemoglobin to form कार्बोअमाइनो hemoglobin. जैसे ही वो एल्वियोलाई में आता है वहाँ पे PO2 का कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होता है, it will dissociate from there and get. So CO2 plus HbNH2 will form HbNH-COOH. So this is the formula of carboamino hemoglobin. Okay, it is done by 20 to 25%. So 25 plus 7 consider for it. Then what is the majority way of transporting CO2? It is done by formation of bicarbonate. Okay. So there is an enzyme present in RBC which is known as carbonic anhydrase. It is mainly present in RBC, but some amount of it is present in plasma too. So what carbonic anhydrase does, it will what I can say, it will make CO2 and H2O react to form H2CO3 first, which is carbonic acid. Then this carbonic acid further on under supervision of carbonic anhydrase form the bicarbonate ion. That is HCO3 plus H plus. Okay. So 100 ml of deoxygenated blood has 4 ml of CO2. Let me share certain interesting facts with you, beta. First of all, I wish to share with you that the attraction of carbon monoxide is most with the hemoglobin. And many a time this is irreversible. So what do we mean by irreversible? So what will happen? So we need to remember that in case of this, that's why we should obviously avoid the what I can say. We should always avoid the transportation and getting ourselves exposed with the CO2. Understood? It will be really dangerous. If you are getting in direct contact with CO or CO2, it will be dangerous, especially carbon monoxide. Okay. So after discussing about the transport of gases, the next important part that we should know is how respiration is regulated. You know, you must have observed one thing that when we run or do any kind of heavy physical workout, the rate of respiration increases. But after some time, it gets back to the normal condition. That means some factor must be there who is actually regulating the respiration. Yes or no? So who is that factor and how they are regulating the respiration? That we will know next. So this is the next topic of today, that is regulation of respiration. So you are still not aware of the brain part. That's why I'm giving you an introduction. That in our brain, there is a very big forebrain. In between midbrain and last part is known as hindbrain, which is connected to the spinal cord. So now there are these many centers in the control who are active in the control of respiration. First is respiratory rhythm center. So why this is very important, rhythm center? कंसिडर अगर रेस्पिरेशन वॉलंटरी होता तो क्या होता? सोते हुए तो हम ध्यान ही नहीं रख पाते, कोई जिंदा नींद से उठता ही नहीं, अच्छी सी मूवी देखने बैठे हैं, हीरो मारा मारी कर रहा है, हम भूल गए सांस ले सांस ले. After some time we come back to the reality. Thank God it is involuntary. We don't have to think, otherwise pagal ho jate. But do you agree with me that this rhythm must be maintained? है ना? We need to maintain the rhythm. Otherwise, what will happen? If it is too fast, that will be unnecessary. It will wear and tear our body unnecessarily. If it is too slow, then oxygen will not be able to reach to the desired part. So what will happen? We have to be anaerobic. We cannot be anaerobic for a long time. Then we will buy ticket to meet God. So that's why this rhythm is very important, where as per the requirement, the rhythm of the respiration is maintained. That means how many times? I told you how many times in a minute we respire. 12 to. So that is fixed. That is fixed, and that is maintained by this respiratory rhythm center. Now, how this respiratory rhythm center then decide, okay, now I have to increase the breathing rate or I need to decrease the breathing rate. तो कैसे डिसाइड कर कि अब मुझे चाहिए? So there is an area called pneumotaxic area and chemosensitive area. This chemosensitive area can sense the carbon dioxide concentration in the body. If due to any reason there is increase in the blood carbon dioxide level, that means they need to increase the rate of breathing, and they do for it. Let us have a look about them in detail. So the rhythm center is composed of medulla oblongata, which, as I told you, is a part of hindbrain. So it has inspiratory center and expiratory center, and it actually controls the rhythm. Apart from that, there is pneumotaxic center. It is present in the pons. Pons is a part which is located just above medulla oblongata, and it is also part of hindbrain. So it actually controls the activity of respiratory rhythm center. So in our body, police is having police to inspect. It's not कि कोई अपने मर्जी से काम कर सकता. Okay. Now the impulse shared by this center, it will reduce the duration of inspiration. मतलब consider करो, normally I am inspiring 12 times in a minute. Now I need to increase my breathing rate. That means what? I need to decrease the duration of inspiration. Each time the inspiration rate is increased. Why? Because timing of inspiration is decreased. So it reduces the duration of inspiration, and that is why how we alter the breathing rate. Now this chemosensitive area that I told you, it is adjacent to the rhythm center, that is medulla oblongata. They have chemoreceptors. They can sense the concentration of CO2 and H plus ions present in body. So what will happen? If there is more CO2 concentration, that means body needs to increase the rate of. So then these chemosensitive receptors actually decide the respiratory rhythm signal. Okay, but it's actually very important to be on the safer side. Generally, इसके साथ respiratory rhythm center का बहुत directly way में communication नहीं होता. Respiratory rhythm center is mainly controlled by the pneumotactic center. Okay. So the last part of the chapter with which we are going to complete this chapter are the disorders of. So there are various disorders. So to pay tribute to the coronavirus, which made us improve ourselves in online medium, and today we have proved, the education community, students and teachers proved that any challenges thrown in front of them, we are ready. No one thought of conducting exams, we did it. Conducting practicals, we did it. No one thought of conducting biology teaching, we did it. So this is the best part, and we were successful in doing so. So the thing is that what is coronavirus infection, and it is caused by which organism? Very good. Organism. I was asking, waiting for this entity. This is the only word we can use for virus, because we cannot call them organisms. So what entity caused coronavirus infection? सब बोलते हैं इसको कोरोना हुआ है. Is corona the disease? What is the name of it? But हम बोलते हैं कि कोरोना पॉजिटिव है, इसको कोरोना हुआ है. Like, so then what is corona? It's a type of virus. कोरोना वायरस का एक टाइप होता है SARS-CoV-2, is causing COVID-19 disorder. First of all, what do you know more about COVID-19? अपना लेयर बना. वो अपना लेयर बनाएगा कैसे? सेल के बाहर उसकी कोई अस्तित्व ही नहीं है. But it will be inside cell. अपना लेयर बनाएगा कैसे? So how less you know about coronavirus? That is a difference. That is correct. Layer तो नहीं बनाना. So you should, in spite of criticizing virus, you should know about it. So how it gets transmitted? So if I am breathing here, can you get infected if I am coronavirus positive? Then why all of you are not wearing mask? गर्मी है. So which one is better, गर्मी or affected by COVID-19? So she doesn't bother even if she is affected by COVID-19. So why it is suggested that minimum 6 feet distance should be there? तब तक तुम भाग जाओगे दौड़ के. फिर भी है चांस. और उसके ऊपर भरोसा करके हम नवरात्रि में गरबा खेलेंगे. This virus has quite big structure and it spreads by droplet infection. That is, whenever air is carrying it, there are chances that if there are distance between two people, then it may precipitate in between and may not reach. Then why they suggest to wear mask? They are suggesting you to wear mask because if you are squeezing or coughing, then you are putting some extra pressure to which corona can even go ahead with us. Why they tell us to sanitize our hands? बैक्टीरिया हो तो कोरोना वायरस को क्या फर्क पड़ता? हाउ डज इट मैटर? और कभी सैनिटाइज करे जा विदाउट नोइंग. बिकॉज कैप्सिड लेयर बिल्कुल डैमेज नहीं होगा. उसकी जो एनवेलप हो which is made up of lipid will be dissolved in the. Without knowing that, how you people are continuing using sanitizer? You बताएगा कोई biology student हो? How many of you don't have internet connection at your house? You ask this question to me. You. Next question is how it is affecting a person. वही तो मैं पूछ रही हूँ वापस. ये लेयर बनाने का फंडा क्या है? मतलब क्या नहीं खाया है कोरोना पीरियड में? लोगों ने क्लोरोलिन खा लिया, फिर पता चला बाबा रामदेव ने कुछ बनाया था कोरोनिल. कोई उसका साइंटिफिक प्रूफ नहीं है कि उसके खाने से कोरोना नहीं होता. लोगों ने छाती तान के वो पी के मस्त घूम फिर के सब किए. मैं तो एक ऐसा भी इंसान को जानती हूँ जिसने कोरोनिल खाया रिलीजियसली. 3 महीने से बेचारे ने कोरोनिल खाया और उसको कोरोना. ठीक है, तो मतलब ऐसी सब जो व्हाट्सएप के जो गुरु है महा ज्ञानी लोग, तो वो सब जो बोलते हैं उसका क्या है वो जानना है. But why they need people follow? So what can happen if a person is suffering from COVID? Let me tell you. First of all, this virus first infects throat. It stays some time in the throat. So it is always said that if you gargle with hot water, it can die. Some people say if you drink alcohol, then also it dies. So Gujarat mein to such options are not available. So you can drink only hot water, but do not drink too much hot water by panic. It is bad for health. Second, it will go to lungs, infect the lung tissue, and cause damage to the lung tissue. No layer is formed by. ये कैसे बनाता है? एक वायरस कैसे लेयर बनाएगा वो बताओ. I want to know. Outside cell, a virus is a non-living organism. How will it? Layer बनता है. There will be layer formed of pus, stuff, and dead part of the cell. And if your alveoli is getting infected, then opportunistic infections occur. जो इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस है वो अटैक करता है. कॉमन कोल्ड वाले ऑर्गेनिज्म है. स्ट्रेप्टोकोकस न्यूमोनिया जो बैक्टीरिया है दैट इन्फेक्ट. हो गया तुम्हारा. Actually, corona is not a life thing. Then why we are so much scared of it? फिर भी इतने तुम्हारे एज ग्रुप में rarely people die. Then also we should be aware of this disease and we should take precautions. Right? How many of you meet your grandparents? You should be very cautious. जो तुम बोल रहे हो ना कि गर्मी लग रही है मैम, will you like it if your grandparents died in you? You can be carrier of corona. You can have mild symptoms like coughing, sneezing. Many a time you can be asymptomatic also, but they have a low or weak immune system, and they may have complicated situation which can result in death. तुम्हारी जो lungs है वो काफी मजबूत है, इसकी नहीं है उसको टेंशन करना। So you have to decide wearing mask is difficult, and whenever you feel that wearing mask is difficult, generally I always wear. मतलब उस दिन हम यहाँ बच्चे को लेके खेलने आए थे, सामने एक छोटा सा पार्क है ना, everyone was looking at us that we were wearing mask. कोई नहीं मास्क, इवन जो लोग वो झूले चला रहे थे they were also not wearing. But I prefer, but when we speak while teaching it, वो voice तुम तक नहीं पहुंचता. That's why it's a humble request. जब भी आपको लगे कि बहुत गर्मी लगती है, think about those doctors who wear PPE kit and then wear mask. Okay. Then why corona is so scary and we are always scared about it? I don't think in India people are. नहीं, बातों में नहीं दिखता है, ब्लेम करना सरकार ने ये नहीं किया। सरकार क्या बोलेगी? सरकार ने तुमको बोला है जाओ गरबा खेलो, सरकार ने तो नहीं बोला है। Why? Because its danger is in its infectability. ये बहुत ज्यादा communicable, it can spread very fast. Okay, it can be spread very fast, and if a person is affected by one person, that person can be admitted in the hospital. But if you can understand, even doctors and medical professionals are now tired of our stupidity. So if it is 10 people, they can treat very well, no problem. If it is 100 people, they try their best. If it is 1,000 people, maximum they can accommodate 500. Less 500 means put in, stand in the queue and make queue and try. We don't have infrastructure to do it. And it's not possible also to have infrastructure. So what precautions we should take in case of corona? So are these masks you are wearing corona proof? How many of you tested that these masks are working or not? So then why you are worrying? Then for what reason you are wearing? हमारे घर पे जो लोग हाउस हेल्प आते हैं वो मास्क पहनते हैं, आप भी पहनते हो, वो अनपढ़ है, आप ऐसा बोलते हो कि आप पढ़े लिखे हो. So what too few people have that you are educated? Mine is two-ply mask. Huh? It's a surgical mask which is two-ply mask. I tried and blown candle. It doesn't do. How many of you tried? If not tried, then what to say? Second thing is, most of the time she is wearing mask. She is covering it with specs. ऋतु ने जो मास्क पहना है वो पहले ना पहले कोई फर्क नहीं, ऊपर से इतना छेद है वहां से कोरोना वायरस आराम से फैल. So what benefit you people are getting by wearing this? Second thing is sanitizing. That too we do. बस रिमेम्बर कोरोना वायरस को किसी ने कसम नहीं दी है कि सिर्फ वो हाथ पे ही छूटे. It can reach to any part, even if your hair, bags, everything. So it is suggested after reaching home. जैसे what I do, let me tell you, I have a specific basket where I keep my clothes. and then I take a bath complete. After that, whatever things I am carrying, for that I spray sanitizer over there and keep it some time. अब ये लैपटॉप घर जाके मैं नहीं छूने वाली, कल सुबह छूए, तब तक इसमें कोरोना वायरस होगा तो understood? So these are things you should follow. So let us move for other disorders. They are feeling bad that why we are talking about corona so much. So first thing is asthma. Asthma is a disorder which is caused by inflammation, that is problem in bronchi and bronchioles. So you can see that the bronchs and bronchioles, if they are not working properly, then a person cannot breathe properly. उसको congestion होता है, as if pipeline में कोई ना कोई choke है, choking है. So then this kind of pumps are available. आजकल कोई यूज नहीं करता है. Now Rotahealer is available, जिसमें कैप्सूल होती है. कैप्सूल को अंदर डाल के पंक्चर करके पाउडर लिया था. That work faster. So what are these medicines that people take? They are bronchodilator, means bronchus की जो diameter है उसको बढ़ा दे. So what will happen? Your breathing will be easy. Then doctor give you medicine to know what is the reason of breathing problem and all, and then the problem is sorted. Okay. पहले हम रिसर्च करने बैठेंगे तो तब तक इंसान. Okay. So asthma can be caused by various reasons. जैसे even I am asthmatic, I am allergic to cement. So some people allergic to special type of pollen grains. Some are having dust allergy. Some, if they are in tension, they have asthmatic attack. Such people are available. Okay. So various such kind of things are available. Next is emphysema. Alveolar oil, the walls are destroyed by this method. You can see the piece of lungs black in color. Actually, lungs have quite beautiful pink color. But this is the lungs of a person who smokes. Basically, alveoli walls are so damaged that they lose the elasticity, which is the very important factor. क्योंकि वो इलास्टिक है तभी उसके अंदर जब एयर आता है they swell and the wall becomes thin and gaseous exchange takes place. तो अगर alveoli wall ही डैमेज है तो आपकी लंग्स में जितने alveoli है उसमें से आधे से ज्यादा काम नहीं करेगा. Surface area will decrease. You will have problem in breathing, but who cares? They will smoke. पूरा लंग है, 2 लोग नहीं दिख रहा तुमको. वो ड्रॉ किया हुआ है बेटा. व्हाट्सएप की डीपी और ओरिजिनल पिक्चर सेम थोड़ी ना होता है. इससे बेहतर एग्जांपल मुझे नहीं पता. I have seen people, they take selfie जिसमें वो पता नहीं अपने आप को कैसे सेल्फी लेते. That's also किसी ने मुझे सिखाया था ये सब. इतना बोरिंग है. मैं बोला देख जिनको देखना है वो जानते हैं मुझे. मैं उनको साल में 1-2 बार तो मिलती हूँ. क्या फर्क पड़ेगा भाई, वहां जाने से जैसा है चल जाए. So it doesn't matter. Next are occupational respiratory disorders. So what are they? Occupational respiratory disorders are disorders which are cause of specific occupation. मतलब they do not occur to everyone. Who are people working in that field have this problem. For example, if a person is working in the cement factory, they suffer from silicosis. If anyone is working in the asbestos factory, what is this asbestos? आपने कभी छपड़े का घर देखा है? उसके छत पे एक एक तो टीन होता है जो मेटल जैसा टप होता है, और एक सीमेंट जैसा ऐसा टीन जैसा होता है कोरोगेटेड, दैट इज कॉल्ड एस्बेस्टस। उसकी फैक्ट्री में जो काम करते हैं उनको एस्बेस्टोसिस होते हैं। So what happens? They have asbestos fibers present in the lungs, and the lungs get damaged. इनकी लंग बहुत डैमेज होती है, इसलिए सीमेंट फैक्ट्री में जो काम करते हैं ना वर्कर्स, उनकी सैलरी बहुत ज्यादा होती है, बट दे मोस्टली डाई ड्यू टू टीबी एट अर्ली. So that's all about the disorders and all about the chapter. Now the forum is open for questioning and discussion. Any question, anyone? Look into the textbook exercises and ask me, because this chapter can be asked for descriptive also.
Okay, ma'am.
So bye to all of you. Looking forward for more doubts in the chapter. Okay. Bye to all of you.